There's something kicking inside of you, something living inside of you that wants to come out, to see God do something absolutely amazing. Colossians 1:16 says, "For by him all things were created." You know what? You could just stop right there and feel pretty good about yourself. Feel pretty good about your vision, right? Because if by him all things were created, then that means I was also created by him. So if I was created by him, he created me in a destiny big enough to handle the vision that he gave me. The word says all things were created by him. Things in heaven and things on earth. Things visible and things invisible. You see, what he's talking about here is that he created everything. So he created your destiny, he created your vision, your dreams, and everything else that's going on. And inside that, there are two worlds. Let's talk about that for a second. Let's take a look at this word invisible. If I were to cover myself with a coat or like a blanket, and I became invisible, it wouldn't mean that I was not real. It simply means that you just couldn't see the thing that was real. Invisible doesn't speak to the object, you see, it speaks to the eyes. There is an invisible world that is just as real as the visible world. The visible world is not just what I have seen, it's what I haven't seen. So if we were really to talk about this visible world, right, that is unseen, that he's talking about here, let's make it a little mind-blowing, right? Come with me, if you will. Think about this, about 93 million miles away from this magnificent planet we call Earth, right? And let's go to the sun. So side note, the trip alone is going to take you about 19 years if you flew commercially, right? The sun, our closest star. You know, I've learned that the estimation that man has come up with to run this brilliant creation, listen, it would take 7 million years of all of our power companies to gather up stock and energy in order to run this sucker for 1 second. But God spoke and it stood still. In fact, this enormous ball of fire, which is dwarfed, listen, by millions of other stars in the known universe, came from the very breath of God. And you know, sometimes we're like, God, you just don't know how to fix my family. God, I'm pretty messed up. And I've got a lot of hurt, God. This is the visible universe. But you know, let's go just a bit deeper. You see, Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1 says, faith is being sure of. That word right there would also be substance in the King James Version. If you look at the original meaning of that word, it would be concrete or foundation. Something you can stand on. You see, faith is not some mystical idea. It is something you can build upon. The words sure of in that sentence was also the ending line of something that you would put on a title or like a document or a deed when they would hand over a piece of property to you. You haven't stepped foot on that property, maybe even seen it, but you have proof that you already own it when you showed up. You see, being sure of what we hope for and certain, that word in the original language, certain means conviction. Being sure that I have something to walk on and I am driven by the conviction of what I do not yet see. Faith is at the tension between what could be and isn't. And God has called you to change. Did you hear that? I am convicted of what is in the invisible realm, that I am so convicted I will do anything to stand upon this concrete that God has given me to see it come to pass. The invisible realm, coming to birth. So what's coming up to birth in you? The devil, guys, keeps trying to distract you, trying to throw you off, just keep you distracted for one more month, for one more year, to let the seen dictate the unseen. 1 Corinthians 2:10 says that God has revealed unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit, listen, searches all things, even the deep things of God, the invisible realm. It's there, it's living inside of you. It keeps warning you, hey man, there's something inside you. You got something on board and there's something coming. It's going to change what's in front of you. It's telling you, just keep going, just keep moving, just keep on it. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. I know that you can't be around certain things or certain people. You got to remove yourself from certain situations. You can't sleep. You can't concentrate. It consumes your thoughts. It reveals itself in your conversation. It keeps you up all night, guys. This unknown restlessness that is from the Holy Spirit. Did you hear that? You know it's there. You know something is up, so you fight. You fight. You pray. You read. You worship. And the anticipation is there, and you keep going, because what you are about to birth is the deep things of God. And as these things come to pass, listen, get ready, world, because here it comes. It's time to take our roaming eyes off, and it's time to say, God, take this wound. Take this pain, because I am called to do something great. I can't keep waiting. I can't keep still. You see, the devil is not afraid of who you are right now. Nuh-uh. He's not catching you up with depression, with anxiety, with fear because of who you are. No. He's catching you up because of what you're about to birth.